Hi, my name is Reid Mihalko. I'm originally from New Hampshire. I lived in New York City for 16 years, and now I'm all over the place. But if I'm not on the road, I'm in Oakland. And there I live with my primary partner, Allison, in what we like to call Fruitopia, which is kind of a loft space a la Flashdance, for those of you old enough to remember Flashdance, where we have a lot of friends and families and lovers and just kind of, our species hang out when we have events and come through, but mostly it's kind of a landing pad for us to get work done and recharge. I would identify as poly-queer slut, which means for me that I'm just as happy getting to know you using language as getting to use body language. And while my preference is probably body language, that's only because I have a lot of really geeky, amazing, intelligent people around me all the time. So I'm having lots of brain sex, and it's just more interesting to get to know you first through body language. One of my big things for me and the people that come in and out of my life is this idea of like dating your species. And so I don't have people in my intimate life who aren't thrilled that I'm a queer polyamorous slut. And I try to make sure that I don't sleep with people or bring people really in close, intimately, like relationship-wise. Friendship-wise is a little bit different, but relationship-wise, bring people in who are either, I'm the one who's midwifing them through their polyamorous queer slut, phase. I'm really interested in finding and bonding with people who are like-minded and like lifestyled or love-styled. And that was a big epiphany for me years ago and made my relationship world so much easier, because all of a sudden I was dating people who didn't have a problem with me being me, and the relationship work or drama or upset that would show up would just be natural emotional stuff or miscommunication stuff. It wasn't some sort of principled, positioned ethic thing about, the way you're being doesn't make me happy. Which now for me as a sex and relationship educator, that's kind of what I preach or just, invite people to consider. I don't need you to be a queer polyamorous slut. I need you to be who you are. And ultimately, I think the world works a lot better when we're all dating our species. So, my family looks like a lot of things right now. And most specifically, it's my primary partner relationship with Allison. And then almost like it's like we're the nucleus of an atom, our shells, our electron shells of friends and lovers that form our community. And that's me. I think for Allison and I, well, I don't even think, I know. For Allison and I, like, children right now isn't a part of the equation. If I met somebody who was amazing, oh my God, but wanted to have kids in a year, I wouldn't date them, because I'm just not in that place, and that would actually be out of integrity for me to consider starting a relationship with someone like that, because I just wouldn't make them happy. And I'm not against kids, I'm just not for kids for me right now. And I'm okay with that changing. I'm also okay with that changing for Allison. And for she and I, we both know that if that changed for her, it wouldn't have to be me to be the father. And if that changed for me, it wouldn't have to be her. And that's not even like an unspoken thing, like we've spoken about that. Yeah. So the way Allison and I negotiate our primary relationship is, it's simplistic, almost like it's kind of hard to define, in that we live together, we share finances together, we have a commitment to not lie to each other, and put our primary relationship first until something trumps that, I guess. It's kind of a no-brainer because we're both very similar in our value sets. We're really good roommates in how we live together. So most of our relationship conversations are just check-ins and maybe some, calendaring details, because she actually doesn't have a problem for the most part with me being me, which means I have friends who come over during the week and we will have sex or just hang out and have lunch. And we're free agents even though we're signed to the same team, if that makes sense as a sports reference. So with her, it's uncannily easy. And, while I'll every once in a while get jealous or envious, when I'm having a small day and she'll do the same, we rarely have small days on the same day. So it's kind of a no-brainer for us. And our negotiation pieces are really just about safer sex and a commitment to each other that if something major is changing, that we'll actually check in as soon as we're aware of it. So for me, there's a lot of trust and not worrying that, if Allison's not talking to me about something, it's because there's nothing to talk about. It's not because something's being hidden. And I know for me, that was a big epiphany to find somebody and to date somebody like that, because I had always worried if my partners were actually really, truly okay with me being me. And that's pretty awesome.